What's good, YouTube? I'd like to give a shout out to Andrea from Toronto, Canada. Her and her husband sent this giant container of Tony seasoning, so you know I'm set on this shit for a minute. Hell yeah, that's what's up. A little bit of Tony seasoning adds flavor to anything you're cooking. I use it mostly when I'm cooking meat. You know, I'm cooking a burger, I'll sprinkle a little bit of Tony's on there, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. Thank you for that. Like I said in my last video, this is a big old son bitch. I'll tell you, there's a logo. I'm not sponsored, just showing what was sent. Now I want to go put this back in the kitchen, and I'll return momentarily. Now I had some black velvet mixed with Mountain Dew earlier, and that was pretty good. That was given to me by a friend of mine, and there was just enough Mountain Dew mixed with it that you couldn't taste the burn. All you could taste was the whiskey and the Mountain Dew mixed beautifully, if I do say so myself. But black velvet is nothing to fuck around with now. That shit gets you drunk as fuck. Not to mention the 40 that I had earlier. Yeah. Stem's not clogged. It's just right there. It is like that. So, homeboy Scotty tried adopting Blue, and excuse me. And well, one day his sister was taking out the trash, and Blue escaped, and Metro picked him up, and Scotty couldn't get him out in time. But he got adopted. But he got adopted from Metro by a good family that owns a ranch. So he'll be a ranch dog, basically. And he's young enough, he'll live a long ass time too. So I'm like, hell yeah, that's what's up. Because me and Scotty are both trying to figure out, you know, making sure that he got adopted to a good home. You know, Blue's first owner had parents, and Blue's first owner literally passed away at a very young age. And long story short, I basically look like an adult version of Blue's former owner, and that kind of coincidences, you know, needless to say, it explained why the dog was so damn affectionate with me. But I live in an apartment that doesn't allow pets unless it's a therapy dog of some sort. And, you know, I'm not in a position where I can take care of a pet right now. But if what Metro is saying is legit, then Blue actually got adopted to a good home. Well, he can run around and get exercise and, you know, be a dog. You know what I'm saying? So, in some way, I guess, it's better for him to be adopted where he can run around and exercise, you know. So, I got a photo of him with me on Facebook. He's all like chilling out on my shoulder, fucking sleeping on my shoulder for a good minute. That was a cool looking dog, mind you, and very trainable, you know, pit bull winter mix. Yeah. Which is a big ass dog. Now, if I were to get a therapy dog, I'd probably get something that's a little bit smaller, you know, like a floppy-eared basset hound or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If I got a floppy-eared basset hound, if I got a male floppy-eared basset hound, and name him Sherlock, that'd be cool. Now my dog Chance, when he was alive, he would take his paw out and he would pat my arm affectionately whenever I saw him. And about a week after he passed away, I'm just chilling in the apartment, and I feel a ghostly paw pat me on my arm right here. I'm just sitting here like this, and I feel the arm of my dead dog Chance pat me on the arm, and I'm like, damn, dude. And then about 4 minutes after that, the apartment stank of wet dog hair for about 4 hours or so, or more, and then it disappeared. Like, yeah, when it's your dead dog trying to tell you he's in a better place, you know. Like, how else do you explain feeling the ghostly paw of your deceased dog, and then out of nowhere the apartment just smells of wet dog hair, straight up wet dog hair. And that kind of experience is very powerful, YouTube. It shows me that there's an afterlife. Now, some of you might think I'm crazy for believing it, but it's a story I thought I'd share with you. Coincidentally enough, I have my dead dog Chance's collar hanging up on my apartment wall. And his ashes are cremated, and as far as I know, they're in a hutch, kept safely, you know. I don't know. We're not sure what to do with them. Right now, they're kind of just sitting in the hutch, you know. But, that's not the first time I've had a ghostly encounter with deceased pets. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you have a ghostly encounter with a deceased pet, that is some surreal shit, let me tell you. The human mind is an interesting thing, though, YouTube. When you're grieving for the loss of someone you cared about, sometimes they appear in your dreams to let you know they're in a better place. And that when something like that does happen, you know, people talk about it. It's like, that's crazy shit, you know. Yeah. Well, I managed to get my iTunes situated to where I can actually download music on my computer, and I downloaded some more music. The computer didn't transfer all my library from before, but if it doesn't completely transfer it, you know, I can always build it back up with, you know what I'm saying? iTunes gift cards are easy as fuck to put onto your account. They got this feature where you can use the camera on your phone / and or computer, and you can scan the code instead of typing it in. And if it reads it properly, you can redeem shit really easily. And redeeming gift cards on iTunes is a great way to support musicians that you like, you know, if you can have access to it. If you can get access to iTunes, you know what I'm saying. If you can't, I understand that, you know what I'm saying. Then it's what I'm getting at is it's always good to make sure you pay for the music that you download, unless the artist themselves makes it free to download. Because I think that if you're not gonna pay the artist the money they earned for their music, that's horseshit, man. That's fucking horseshit. And I've heard that my music that I've made is catchy enough that people pirated it and spread it all over the internet, kind of. And some people have even made comments, how is this even music? It's just a collection of noises. Man. I had a problem with musical typing earlier trying to work on my newest album. And so I plug in this keyboard that has a piano keyboard on it into the back of my computer. GarageBand registers it, and it makes creating music in GarageBand so much easier. So much easier. And working on the first song in GarageBand for my newest album, it's coming together quite nicely. I want to add a nice little drum beat to it, and then upload it to my iTunes collection. And once the entire album's done, more than likely, if I don't have the money to upload it to TuneCore, I'll upload it to Bandcamp. Yeah. 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 I had a situation where, you know, me and my job coach came to a mutual agreement that a certain person wasn't going to hire me. You know, when someone's expecting me to learn the entire job in 2 days, after I explained to them that it's going to take me a while to learn it because of da-da-da-da, you know. Well, when you have Asperger's, it does take you a while to learn a new setting, but once I learn it, I'm a loyal as fuck, steady-paced worker, and I do my best to make sure I'm on time for the job, you know. And that kind of dependability is what a lot of employees look for, or employers, whichever you want to call it. And most people wouldn't think that because of the spikes and the fucking long ass hair, you know, but it is what it is. Instead of wasting 2 weeks on a trial that I know I'm not going to get hired for on the job for, that could be time I could be using to find a job where I'll actually excel much better at, you know. When your job coach is like, that's the last time I bring this person, anyone, for her to work for, this is bullshit the way she's treating you, and, you know, it's like, man, nothing you can do about it, just ignore it and find something better, you know, that's all you can do. And it just felt good to be getting up and actually going out there and working, you know. And the first day I was on the job, everyone seemed to like me except for the boss, who was hard to please. And when the boss is hard to please, you know, and then on top of that, the second day was so fucking slow. There was nothing to do. So I'm doing everything I can to stay busy. And we had this coffee table that rolled on wheels. And in order to fix it, I started applying wood glue to the inner screws of this coffee table. I turned it upside down so the wheels could dry properly. And I knew that the coffee table had this little slab this little slab of marble that went on the front and sunk in on top. But I was moving it out of the way so I could make room on my workstation for other projects. You know what I'm saying? Other stuff to do. You know, and when I was making room for other stuff to do, I was going to set the marble slab underneath the coffee table while the wheels dried, and their wood screwed places, you know. And I was trying to fix it, and the boss comes over. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not how the coffee table works. And she flips it over, and one of the wheels falls out. And there's 4 wheels with glue in them trying to dry on the bottom. And all I could say was, there's glue on the bottom of it. I was trying to explain to her that, you know, I'm trying to fix it. I know that that's not how the coffee table is set up. But, you know, she wasn't getting it, and I think it was a miscommunication. And that was on the second day. Everyone else that I worked with seemed to really like me. But I'm not going to work for a boss that's hard to please. That's extra stress in my life that I don't need. And it sucks because I was willing, subconsciously, I was willing to put up with it just for the sake of having a job. But then, you know, based off the way my job coach was acting when she was talking to the boss in question, and based off of how I was feeling, you know, it was like a mutual agreement sort of thing. I'm a steady-paced worker. I'm not a fast-paced worker. Quite often, if you're in a hurry to get shit done, you might make a mistake, and when you make a mistake, you gotta redo it. And it makes no damn sense to fucking be in a fucking hurry and make a mistake and have to redo what you just got done doing, you know? So sometimes having a steady pace when you work makes sure the job gets done right instead of having something go wrong, you know? So there are times when being a steady-paced worker is actually a good thing. You know, there are times when you gotta be fast depending on the job that you work, you know what I'm saying? But I had a taste for 2 days of what it felt like to be a productive member of society, to be working again. And I think to myself, something better will come along. You know, that's all I can do. Got this bike I'm making for my homeboy Scotty to ride in the summertime because his last bike got stolen from him. And the bike needs a bell, a new paint job, and a lock. And that's going to require 4 cans of spray paint. So I got little projects to work on around my apartment. I got this badass staff I'm working on for a friend of mine. Right here. And, well, my shotgun needs fixed. Yeah. The barrels need cleaned, the receiver needs cleaned. And, when you open it to check for safety and close it, and then you disengage the safety to click it so the triggers aren't engaged when you, in case you have to use it. You don't want to leave a hammerless shotgun fully cocked that wears and tears on your loading springs and what have you. The front trigger clicks, but the back trigger doesn't. And on top of that, it needs a new buttstock. So, you know, that's like one of the first things I'm going to do when I get a job is get my double barrel shotgun fixed, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, I like taking my shotgun out to the range and plinking at shit. Buddy of yours says, hey, let's go out to the property and shoot at something. Okay, I'm cool with that. Go out to the property, and there's like a broken dryer and a bunch of other crap like that just laying in the field. And all you gotta do is, you know what I'm saying? Fucking scatter-shotting the shit out of everything. Like the broken dryer or washer or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. There are a couple of videos that I wish I wouldn't have deleted when I went delete crazy on my YouTube videos, but I think showing that mud jug on my channel in the last video definitely reassures a lot of people who have been watching me for a minute, like, hey, that's how you know, you. reckon if I pay like $109 plus shipping, I could buy a new wooden stock buttstock for my Stoker side-by-side 12-gauge coach gun. And it needs some cleaning done, a little bit of a cleaning and a new buttstock and screwed back into place, and it would shoot just fine. So it's very basic and very minor repairs, and I've had the shotgun for a couple of years now. So that's bound to happen when, you know, my biggest mistake was closing the double barrel with one hand like they do in the movies. That caused the hairline crack to appear in the original stock. And yeah, close that thing with both hands. This ain't the movies. If I didn't know that, yeah. Mossberg makes a pretty badass little shotgun that you can buy if it's a virgin receiver on like a Mossberg 590 with a Raptor grip and a 16-inch barrel that makes it 26 inches overall in length. It's classified as a firearm. It's a little gun loophole that allows you to have a little concealed shotgun. You know, that's pretty sick. And I've seen the new Cobra 38 specials that Colt come out with. Those are pretty sick looking too. And Colt also made a Colt King Cobra 357 Magnum. That's a sexy gun, I tell you what. Oh, double action revolver. Oh. But I'm not really going to purchase another gun until I get the one I already have fixed. And yeah, I've shot 12 gauges before. They kick a son of a bitch, let me tell you, they do kick. There's been times I come back from the shooting range and my arm right here is just bruised from the gun, just, you know what I'm saying? Because that shit kicks, you know what I'm saying? And when you're shooting a gun or a rifle of any kind that kicks, you're going to want to hold it between your pectoral muscle and your bicep right here, like right there in that pocket of your armpit right there. You want to, don't hold your arm out when you're shooting the gun like that, because I see a lot of people doing this number, and if that gun kicks and it slips, you're going to break your fucking arm. So when you're going to shoot a gun that kicks, like a 12 gauge for instance, you want to tuck your arm in so you have a nice little cushion right here between your pectoral muscle and your bicep right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But as far as home defense goes, I'm not tripping out about it. I got a nice little BB gun that I modified the stock on. That was the little project I was working on. And chopping the stock on your BB gun is perfectly legal. You don't have to have a tax permit or a tax stamp or whatever for that. Walmart was selling these Daisy, they weren't Daisy's BB guns, actually. No, Walmart were selling these Pump Master BB guns. They were all black with these fiber optic green sights. They changed the look of their Pump Master and improved them a little bit. And I've had this BB gun for years. This thing fucking kicks ass. Multiple pump BB gun, you know what I'm saying? It's fun to plink with too. I could pump that son of a bitch up 100 times, and I guarantee you, pick somebody off of that distance with it. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of good gunsmiths here in town that I could go to get my shotgun fixed, but that costs money, Lebowski. And that's literally one of the first things I'm going to do when I get a steady paying job is get my shotgun fixed. Because I do miss going out to the range and safely enjoying the fine sport of shooting. You know, what's your first legally purchased firearm? I bought that double barrel shotgun on April 20th, and I paid $420 for it, no less. Ain't that some shit? You can't tell me that's not a coincidence. I've had it for like maybe 2, 3, 4 years. I don't know. It's been a minute since I bought it. Um, exactly, if worse comes to worse, I know I could take it back to the gun store that sold it to me, disassembled in the box, and be like, hey, could you send this to Stoker Industries to fix it? And then pay the money to ship it to and from Casper and everything, and have them restored to original, you know. That'd be sick. And, you know, don't close it with one hand, and get some gun cleaning stuff for it, so every time I take it to the range, I can clean it when I get home so it doesn't get rusty. I'm still new to the sport of shooting, that's is only my excuse, but nonetheless, yeah, double barrel side-by-side shotguns are fucking fun to shoot. I don't care what anyone fucking says. Double barrel fucking 12 gauge side-by-side shotgun, those things are fucking fun to shoot. Pump shotguns, those are fun to shoot. AK-47s are fun to shoot. AR-15s are fun to shoot. Pistols are fun to shoot. You know what I'm saying? I had a video on my YouTube of me shooting an AK-47 and my double barrel shotgun in the same video. And it got deleted. I was like, oh. My buddy's AK-47 jammed up, and we were able to fix it on camera, show you how that works, kind of thing. And it's cold as fuck. We're out in the middle of fucking nowhere in cold ass Wyoming weather. Wind's blowing in our fucking face, and we're like, yeah, shooting video. Yeah. As a matter of fact, hold on a second, you two. This be the BB gun I'm talking about right here. Yeah, this is a Crossman Pumpmaster BB gun with a pistol grip stock. And what I did was I chopped the stock, the plastic stock off. And then I covered the holes, like I filled them in with paper towel and spray paint and black spray paint and stuffed them in there. And then it dried in there to create sort of like a mold, you know what I'm saying? I covered it in tape and then painted it in black spray paint, and then covered it in some other insulation tape that was really stretchy, and molded it to the stock just like this, and covered it in another coat of black spray paint, let it dry. And this is pretty legit. The BBs load up in this little chamber right here, a little hole right there. I see that's where the BBs go. And the chamber right here fills up when I take this little switch right here, and make sure when I pull it back like that, give it a shake like that, and you see the BBs, they all fall into place right there. When I pull this thing back all the way, the magnet catches a BB on the end of that right there, if I pull it back all the way, but I didn't for the safety sake of a YouTube video. And then you push it forward into this. Come on, photo booth, focus. There it goes. Photo booth glitching, sorry about that. But then the BB goes into this area right here, and then this thing pumps out a couple times, and you can pump this as much as you want. Right now it's on safety, and it's also clear. But yeah, I got the green sight right here on the end, and the Monster import sticker right there. This is a project I worked on, and this thing is fun to plink with. This kind of thing doesn't require a tax stamp or NFA paperwork, as it is technically an air rifle that shoots daisy metal BBs. Yeah. I've had this BB gun for a number of years, and it could be worse. It's better than having nothing, you know. So even if my double barrel shotgun is busted up, 4 or 5, 6 pumps at a close distance could more than likely bust someone's eye out, and it wouldn't take me long to do that either. Just, you know what I'm saying? So, and I keep the gun full of BBs if I have to use it, but I don't keep it actually loaded unless I'm actually plinking with it or home defense, you know. And yeah, the barrel on it was already short to begin with. This is a pretty fun little gun to plink with. And the mixture of the paint and the tape layers basically dried. When you mix paint and certain tape, it creates an adhesive because of the chemical reaction when you add spray paint to tape. And when it dries, it's literally, when it dried, it was like as hard as cement. And this is a nice comfortable grip too, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. There's a couple YouTubers who have done stuff like this before. Well, and Crossmen say they improved their pump master. They weren't kidding. The black and green version that I have here was well built. I had a BB gun that was pretty sweet when I was younger. That was a replica of a Winchester lever action, and when you open the thing up on the side, you loaded up like 15, 16, 17, 18 BBs and or pellets, and you closed it and you pull the lever out and pull the hammer back, and then, you know, for each shot. And real wood and metal, I think, was gorgeous, but then the gun jammed, and then when I tried to take it apart to fix it, it broke, and I was like, oh. Yeah. And, you know, if you weren't in an airsoft fight, they would look at this and they'd be like, oh, hell no. Even if you said, oh, I don't want to do 2-pump max, they'll be like, oh, hell no, This thing does not require CO2 at all. The magnet catches the BB on this receiver right here and goes into here, and then, you know, this goes out like that. It goes out all the way to like here, like that, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that's, yeah, make sure all the air, I didn't pull it back all the way, but I had to make sure there was no air trapped in there. But you heard it go, you heard it pop off, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this thing's pretty sick. This is perfectly legal to do it. This right here is perfectly legal to do to a BB gun. But some states may require you to be 18 years of age or older to purchase something like this. But yeah, it's basically a little Mad Max style multi-pump BB gun. And that grain sight on the end is pretty sick. And then you got the sight right here that you line it up with. You know what I'm saying? Right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. This is pretty sick. This was fun to work on and build. And, let me tell you, waiting for your stock to dry takes for fucking ever. You gotta do it in steps. But when it's all said and done, it's worth the wait. This thing is pretty fucking cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? At a distance, this looks pretty menacing at a distance. And metal BBs hurt when you get shot with them. There's just no denying that. You know what I'm saying? It's on safety. There's no air in it, and there's no BB in it. But yeah, I gotta show this off on camera a little bit, because I did make a video on my channel before I deleted all my videos about this and making this. And yeah, Nice little, concealable blinker. You know what I'm saying? Guns aren't the problem, people are the problem. Guns were invented by humans to begin with, so it seems kind of unfair to blame the creation of humans, the humans have created, on something that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people get tired of hearing about how guns don't kill people, people kill people. A lot of people hate that expression. But it's the fucking truth. Humans are the ones that invented guns in the first place. Nobody complains when an AR-15 is being used to kill a terrorist by the U.S. military, but as soon as an AR-15 is used to pull a mass shooting, everyone's like, oh, AR-15s are real, you know. And the last shooting that we witnessed in this country, like 4 people. The dude who did it, his ex-wife, some kid, another other kid, and the other kid survived, thankfully. That's the silver lining. But goddamn it, dude, I'm so sick and tired of mass shootings in our country. Fuck that noise, man. They make guns look bad and innocent lives are taken. That's bullshit. And if guns were truly the problem, you'd know about it. Just think of how gun-obsessed America is. Seriously, think about that for a second, YouTube. You know, and the silver lining to this whole fiasco really is, at least we haven't had a mass shooting in a minute. If we could stop the mass shootings, that'd be great. You want to use your gun for a home defense situation, you want to take your gun out to the range, you want to use your gun to hunt, that's all fine and dandy. But using your gun to pull a mass shooting, fuck that bullshit. Fuck that bullshit. When our founding fathers wrote the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, they didn't say the right to bear arms irresponsibly. If that's even a word, irresponsibly. Yeah. And it's kind of a good thing that America's a little bit gun crazy, because if the zombie apocalypse breaks out, the motherfuckers don't stand a chance. I'm just saying. If fucking zombies get to the Wyoming borderline, everyone pulls out their fucking guns, and the zombie apocalypse just ends right there. Huh. Welcome to Wyoming, consider everybody armed and dangerous. That bumper sticker is so fucking awesome. But yeah, as soon as I get my shotgun fixed, you already know, I'll make a video about it, and then later on when I can, do a shooting video like I used to do on my channel, where I take it out to the range and plink it shit and show the damage on camera and shit. Yeah. Yeah. It's only a matter of time before it gets fixed. And the bastard who pulled that last mass shooting used a revolver, case in point, Your Honor. Now, revolvers are not evil guns. No gun is truly evil. But you're caught on a double-edged sword here, because a lot of people who have had their lives saved from a gun, you know, a lot of people who had to use guns to save their lives, or the lives of others, or protect the freedom of certain individuals, are going to speak differently. But somebody who's lost a loved one to suicide or gun violence, they're going to hate guns naturally. That's just a natural reaction, you know. And when you try to argue this kind of thing, both sides tend to have fair points, you know, and it's like, god damn it, dude. You don't want to be cut in the middle. You don't want to be caught in the middle of that fucking argument, you know. Because nobody bitches when a cop uses a gun to protect the freedom of citizens. You know, Hashtag fuck violence against cops. Hashtag fuck police brutality. Hashtag fuck mass shootings. Hashtag fuck gun violence. Hashtag fuck ISIS. I would say things like that as I'm popping off rounds of my double barrel shotgun, plinking the shit out of that broken washing machine, just for sheer kicks and grins, you know. And then I did an Elmer Fudd impersonation that was quite funny. I was like, shh, be very, very quiet. We're hunting for pedos. Ha ha ha. Took 2 more shots, broke it open, pulled the shells out. I'm like, hey, this is kind of fun. By the time I got done shooting the gun a couple times, and it's lasted me a minute, but this shoulder right here has been bruised many a times from shooting. Shooter shoulder is always so much fun. But if you're going to go out shooting YouTube, might I recommend something? If I can find what I'm looking for. Yes. Right here I have ear protection. I bought these at Sportsman's Warehouse. These are reusable earplugs. So if you're going to shoot a rifle or a shotgun of any kind, I can literally stick them in my ears just like that. You know, it blocks out the sound of the gun firing, but it allows me to still communicate with people on the range safely. It's one of those new age headphones things. I'm gonna show the label of it here. Right there. Okay. Actually, if I turn it this way, yeah. Okay. Oh, that's upside down. Damn it. Okay, so maybe it is this way. Yeah. If you get a chance to get a hold of these, I paid like 15, 16, maybe 25 bucks at the most for headphones like these. Reusable earplugs are always good, but then you're wasting money buying new ones when you get yourself a pair of ear protection, so when you're going out shooting, you can keep your ears safe from the damage of the shock wave of the sound of the shotgun and or rifle blast. Which first time I ever shot a gun, my fucking ears were ringing like crazy for the next couple of days. And I'm like, you know, if I lost my hearing, then I would be like Beethoven, but no, for real though, I was like, I don't want to lose my hearing, so, gun safety is so much more than just checking the gun. You also want to keep your hearing safe too. Now, if you're in a situation where you have to carry your gun in the line of duty, and you may not be able to have your protection, that's just the nature of it, Now, there's at least 100 studies that say cannabis cures cancer. And a lot of cops and firemen and women that saved lives. A lot of... No, Siri, no. A lot of brave firefighters and cops that risked their lives to save people on 9/11. A lot of those people got cancer from the fumes of the building crumbling around them as they struggled to save a couple people and make it out alive. So if anything, if marijuana does treat cancer, they should be allowed to smoke it. That's what I'm saying. But I see the story on the news of this fucking prick who rapes this college girl behind a dumpster at a college, and he doesn't get shit for prison time, but then this war veteran gets caught growing pot in his backyard, and he gets more prison time than some young punk raping some chick behind a dumpster. Oh, that pissed me off, YouTube. I'm like, where's the fucking justice in that? The fucking veteran of some war was growing pot for his PTSD. And that veteran got more prison time than the douchebag who raped that chick behind the dumpster at some college. Like, are you kidding me? What kind of fucking justice is that? That's about as stupid as people getting offended by breastfeeding in public. In all honesty, YouTube. If I'm at a restaurant and there's a kid crying, most mothers will have their shit pre-pumped so that they don't have to take him out and dare offend somebody, But honestly, who the fuck cares? If I'm at a fucking restaurant or if I'm shopping and I don't want to listen to some kid crying, and if the kid's crying can stop, if all the mother has to do is feed it, and if that requires she puts a blanket over herself and discreetly feeds her kid with her tits, then who the fuck cares? It's natural. Like, people who get offended by breastfeeding are just the stupidest motherfuckers you ever met. I tend to think people who get offended by breastfeeding were not breastfed when they were young, and so because of that, they hold some grudge against women who do it. Why else would they be offended by breastfeeding? Especially when, if you watch the fucking news, all the violence and the gore and the bullshit on fucking news articles and shit is way more offensive. Way more offensive. Way more offensive. I'll tell you what though, that Black Velvet and Mountain Dew mixed together I had earlier, that was good shite. But yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to the fan who sent that Tony seasoning. I use that in a lot of my cooking. That stuff's good, you know. That stuff's really good for seasoning like steak and stuff like that. Last time I checked one of my videos, it had like 63 likes. I checked the Doritos Pizza Pringles chicken video that I did, part 1, and it had 63 likes. If I could have done things differently, I would have baked the chicken in the oven. Then, more than likely, it probably wouldn't have fallen off. But I wanted the inside to be cooked, but I didn't want to, like, burn the shit out of the skin. You know, so if you make that chicken, you're going to want to bake it just so that the inside cooks, but the outside stays the same, you know. Or next time, just turn it up to, like, medium heat and give it a minute to heat up fully. And then, yeah, I could probably use half the bag of Doritos that I used and half the can of Pringles instead of using all of it at once. And it'd be more than enough to batter those chicken legs. The recipe's good, but when it's made correctly, it's flawless. You know, and then eating that fucking recipe on part 2, the chicken skin's falling off, and I'm like, damn it. And a couple of YouTubers left a couple of friendly suggestions. They're like, next time bake it in the oven and it won't fall off. Good to know, good to know. You know, there's been times that I've cooked it perfectly in the oil all the way through. I didn't have to microwave it or anything, and it came out so good. And it's like, okay, you know, dank ass recipes like that deserve to be shared. Yeah. I got a mac and cheese cooking video coming up later on YouTube. Stick around for that nonsense. We're gonna make sure my kitchen's clean just because I gotta keep it clean because that's how I roll. But also because if I'm filming a cooking video, you know, my kitchen's gotta be somewhat legit. So it's, you know, I may be a bachelor with autism, but that's no excuse to have a dirty ass kitchen, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of comments that I got on my older cooking videos, oh, your nails look disgusting, blah, blah, blah. When I made the deep fried avocado video, I didn't realize I had a booger hanging out of my fucking nose, and when I caught that on camera, I'm like, oh, damn it. And I deleted the video because of that reason. If I had known before I filmed the video, I would have gotten rid of it and then been like, what up, YouTube, this is how you make deep fried avocado slices. And it would have been more legit, but, you know, sometimes you don't realize shit when you're in a hurry to make videos. There and again lies my point of what I said earlier. If you're in a hurry to get shit done, sometimes you gotta slow down, be steady paced with it. You know, measure twice, cut once. You know, if you're in a hurry to measure once, you end up cutting twice, or having to redo the whole thing, you know, and that doesn't do anybody any good. Like, who the fuck gets a friend of, like, I'm sitting here a little bit tipsy, yes, but I ask myself, YouTube, who the fuck gets offended by breastfeeding? It's so fucking stupid. And you think when people get offended by breastfeeding, it's annoying. Oh, it gets worse. When total strangers walk up to you and tell you how to raise your kid. And if your kid is in a happy home where they are fed, they have clothes on their back, and they are taken care of, and everything's good and groovy, like fucking mind your own fucking business. Oh yeah, there are people who feel the need to come up to somebody and say, oh, I don't like what your kid's wearing. That's not how you should dress your kid. And when I hear about this kind of shit happening, it aggravates the piss out of me. Especially if the kid in question is almost 12 years old and the dresses she's wearing are practically down to her fucking ankles. And when she wears pants, she gets shit for it. When she wears dresses that are practically down to her fucking ankles, she gets shit for it. And it's like, really, people, how about you just shut the fuck up? Like, I don't know what compels people to open their fucking mouth, but you have to ask yourself, what if it was your kid and you were out in public and someone just randomly walked up to you and felt the need to tell you how to raise your kid when you know full and well that your kid's taken care of? How the fuck would you feel if someone comes up to you in public and tells you how to raise your kid when you know that your kid's taken care of? Wouldn't that aggravate the piss out of you? You'd be like, excuse me, do I know you? Okay, then no, I don't. Well, shit. You know, before you act, you have to ask yourself, how would the other person feel? It's not that complicated. You know, and that's just, yeah, what I gotta say on that issue right there. Like, this was fucking stupid. I'll give you a hypothetical, YouTube. I don't plan on having kids in the near future, but if I did, and they saw their dad wearing a spiked collar, and they said, well, can I wear one? I want to wear a collar. I'll get you one without spikes, because these are sharp, and I don't want you poking yourself. And if they're cool with that, I'm like, okay, cool, you know. And if someone says shit about it, I'm like, hey, my kid's expressing themselves. You got a problem with it? You can talk to me about it. Like, what's the issue here? You know, they want to be cool with your dad. You got a problem with it? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't plan on having kids, but if that came down to it, that's how I'd play it out, like straight up. I'm like, that's bullshit, YouTube. A lot of guys are eager to get pussy, but if you fuck up and get a girl pregnant, you have to own up to your mistake. I get so sick and tired of guys getting girls pregnant and then just walking out and be like, nope, not my problem. Like, excuse me, dude. When you make a mistake, you own up to it, you know. You may not fucking like it, and the next 18 years of your life are going to be long and insane, but there you go. You know, when you make a mistake, you own up to it, you know. But when guys do douchebag shit like that, it makes my sex look bad. You know what I'm saying? It makes guys look bad. You know, it makes a lot of chicks be like, they're not gonna trust guys and shit when they act like that. And it's like, damn, dude. And, you know, it's the same argument when guys and girls treat each other like, when guys and girls treat each other like shit, it ruins the dating game for everyone. That is just truth in a fucking nutshell. Yeah. A lot of girls are like, oh, I want to meet a nice guy, but, you know, they friend zone every nice guy they meet, and then they try to change every asshole they meet, and when it doesn't work, oh, they're pissed. A lot of guys are like, man, I want to meet a sturdy girl. I'm tired of getting my money taken. But then they fall for that gold digger bat in their eyes, and it's like, damn it, people. The dating scene doesn't have to suck this hard. But I always wondered, you know, domestic violence is fucked up. I don't care what sex you are. Fuck that noise, man. What would it be like if a guy who abuses women meets a girl who abuses guys physically? You know, that's something I have to wonder. Because, or they hate each other, or like they start beating each other up and then it turns into some wild kinky sex. I don't fucking know. That's something to think about, isn't it? You know? And double standards are a bitch. You know, women didn't have rights for a long ass time, but now they're starting to get rights, which is a good thing. You know, and I think women should have the same rights as men. That's just how I see it. You know. But at the same time, you know, when a woman fights off her domestic abuser, she's considered brave and, you know, all that. But if a male is abused by a female physically and he fights her off, well, how dare he? He's a monster, you know. And a lot of guys are afraid to come forward with being domestically abused by females because they're afraid of being ridiculed by society's chauvinistic views. And it sucks, but here's the thing, Slick. If you can get a restraining order and get that crazy ass bitch out of your life, that's much better than hating her, you know. But if your life is in fucking danger, then you should have the right to shove somebody off. And that goes for both sexes, in my opinion. And if you're going to, you know, if men get caught up in domestic abuse charges and their punishment is severe, then the punishment for women who also domestically abuse men should be equally as severe as a man's punishment. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not fair to fucking, okay, let's say a domestic abuse charge gets one dude like 5 to 6 years, but then like in one state, you know, the woman gets caught up with a charge like that, and she gets like maybe 2 to 3 years. You know, that's not right. You know what I'm saying? Like, humans should have the right to self-defense. That's just the way I see it. And if you don't agree with me, that's cool. You know, it's YouTube. We're all allowed to have our own opinions, you know. But, you know, like I said, mass shootings give guns a bad name and give gun owners a bad name, and innocent lives are lost. You know, when Barack Obama had to address the public after the Sandy Hook shooting, you could just see it in his fucking eyes, dude. He's just like, man, I don't want to fucking be here doing this shit right now. God damn it, why? You know, like, that's fucking bullshit, man. You got a problem with the world? Well, fucking bitch about it on YouTube. Play some video games. Paint a picture. Find some healthy outlet to release it. Pulling a mass shooting is not the answer. If you're getting bullied or picked on, fuck suicide and fuck mass shootings, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you're having a bad fucking day, if you're old enough to drink, have a couple beers and get over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, this is bullshit. You know. Like, I'm sick of it, YouTube. Like, ugh. That cherry pie tobacco is quite delicious. My buddy is into, my buddy Jeremy's epileptic and he's into Rastafarian. And, this is the staff I'm building for him. Here's the bottom of it. And the top of it is where the quartz crystal's gonna go. Ooh, sorry. Shit. Right there. There we go. That's no big deal because the paint on it's dry. It didn't affect it, so we're golden. I'm gonna put a quartz crystal at the top of it right here, where that hole's at, and get some copper wire when it's done drying in there, wrap it around the base of the crystal, and then down to about here. You know what I'm saying? And it'll look cool. The handle of it is right here. I might do something with that too. You know, it's getting there. It's at a process where You know, it's almost done. Like, literally, almost done. You know, this shit's gonna look cool when it's done. But it's hard to work on wands and staffs when you make out the job and the supplies to do it. Yeah. But, with me being on KeeperCast, that opens up a lot of exposure for my channel, and I can make a lot of money on YouTube with that exposure, you know what I'm saying? Because people are going to be like, okay, we got to check this dude out. This guy's cool, you know. In the Satanic Bible, it says, thou shalt not force themselves upon thy, which basically means the Satanic Bible is against rape. And people say Satan's evil. That's a misunderstanding. Christians who are against witchcraft, but they believe in Jesus Christ, who they say supposedly rose from the dead, which sounds like necromancy. Oh, edgy. Did you know that Jesus Christ had the best hands for masturbation? They called it His Holiness. Is that what they meant? Is that what they meant by His second coming? Oh, He raptured all over a nun's face. That was horrible, but that's why it was funny. If I told that joke at a comedy club and there were a couple of Christians, he'd be like, boo, that joke's offensive. If there were like Christians and Catholics in the crowd, they'd be like, boo, that's offensive. How about cry me a river, build me a bridge and get over it, Noah, jeez. Oh. Sometimes I gotta keep my savage, witty tongue under control because I could really say something to really piss off some motherfuckers. And, it's a good thing I have big ass fucking arms, because if I fucking piss somebody off and they get in my face, I'd be like, you wanna take this outside? Let's fucking do this shit, motherfucker. And they look at me and be like, fuck, I don't wanna get my nose broken. Alright, man, motherfuckers. Whatever, man. Like, that's where I fucking walk away. You don't know who you fucking with, G. Slice. Because I cut and dice you in this rhyme to a lyrical time, like a lemon in a lamb. Because you're acting sour while I devour you in this rap and take a shit and crap all over your style. Motherfucker, you say I suck at rap. You're just in denial. I got you corpse fucking chopped up floating down the Nile. Fed you to crocodiles and piranhas. Yeah, that's how hard I go with that rap. I don't need a pen and paper for this shit to rap legit. Lyrical skill when I scar and kill. Scar and chill these haters. Saying fuck these haters when I bust a rap, and then I'm like deuces and then laters. There is one advantage to having Asperger's. I can be creative at times, but the social awkwardness doesn't make it easy. It could be worse. I got friends who are epileptic, you know, and that really puts things in perspective. Homeboy Scotty's legally blind. And I got two friends that are epileptic, Jeremy and Alex, you know. And it's like, it puts things into perspective, man. You think, oh, your shit sucks, boo-hoo. You know, there's always somebody out there who's got it worse than you do. Everyone's got a story to tell, and everyone struggles in life. Straight up. Everyone has some sort of struggle in life, whether it be small or big. Everyone's got a struggle in life. Yeah. Yeah, I get drunk and I get on my little tyrant there, and yeah, I gotta see what I gotta say. And that's good, you know, because I've deleted all my videos, and it also produces more content for my fucking channel, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Yeah, people get drunk and do stupid shit, you know, under certain circumstances. If they weren't my homie, I'd fucking deck them in the face for the shit they were pulling, but I'm like, you realize that people get drunk and they do stupid shit, you know. Leave it at that. Yeah. Keeping the place clean, hunting for jobs, hanging out with friends, making YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, and watching cartoons and playing video games, playing guitar and singing, working on my music, working on my wands, you know. Day-to-day stuff that, you know, it's entertainment to some degree with some of those things, you know. And it's a way for me to stay productive even though life isn't going as smoothly as I planned. Yeah. Wendy's not only fired me because of false customer complaints, but when they remodeled the store I worked at or used to work at, they no longer needed a lobby attendant. So basically, the cashier comes out and cleans the lobby when he or she can. That's how you want to do things, you know. But me personally, if I had my own fast food restaurant, I would pay somebody to clean the lobby so that when customers come in, they automatically, boom, every time they come in, have a clean place to sit down and eat, you know. But I'm not in charge of that gig, so it's whatever, you know. But I put in 4 loyal years to that company, you know. And my clock-in number was 4. I worked at Wendy's for 4 years, and my clock-in number was 4. For 3 years, but in the 4th year I was there, they changed the clock-in system. You entered the last 4 digits of your social security number, and it saved you into the computer. So when you log in, you have to scan your thumbprint. It was like working for the CIA, the Cheeseburgers Initiative Associates. Just kidding. No, but seriously, that's how it played out, though, and I was like, damn. Uh, Black Velvet's potent shit. Black Velvet and come on, photo booth, just for a little bit longer. I'm 26, I'm about to get drunk, but photo booth is starting to freeze up, so I'm gonna end the video. Deuces, YouTube.